Oh, opponent's got consigned for the Bilbo trigger. So with the Hobbit finally out on Magic Online, got some new cards to try for prowess. Today, going to be testing out Bilbo, Thief in the Night. So 2 mana 2/2, spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 1 less to cast, and whenever Bilbo attacks, you can cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell from your graveyard. So a little bit like a Dreadhorde Arcanist type of effect. Gonna see how well it does today. Decided to cut down on the express iterations to try and get some Bilbos in the main. Rest of the deck list today, very stock, clean. Sideboard, very similar to the last few videos. Mana base, clean as always. So time to try and find out whether or not Bilbo gets a spot in prowess. If you want a full sideboard guide for prowess, check out my link down below in the description. And we're now streaming on Twitch every weekday. Check out the Twitch link down below in the description, chuck us a cheeky follow, check out the schedule, and come and join us for some live gameplay. Round 1 on the play. No lands, GG. Sand is better for sure. Keep, put back, growth. Start with Mountain. Send the turn back. Opponent plays Delta, they crack. Watery Grave untapped, and cheeky Thoughtseize. Opponent takes Cutter number 1. Top deck Preordain. Let's go with the Islet into Cutter. Hopefully dodge, force a negation. No force, hell yeah. Bauble, trigger the Cutter. And gonna crack the Bauble now. This is in case of Bowmasters. Frog on top. Bash for 2. So opponent goes down to 13. Upkeep, Bauble, trigger. Swiftspear, not bad. Opponent shocks in Hollowed Fountain. And ending on the Cutter. So hoping to avoid Solitude now. Do top deck a land. So let's play that. Let's fetch and shock. Just in case we want to get 2 cards on top with the Preordained Scry. Swiftspear, Preordain, triggers. Lands, both on the bottom. Top deck a Slick. So we go to combat. Bash in with the 2 creatures. Opponent takes the damage down to 7. We'll save the Lightning Bolt from when we can play Slick Shot next turn. Opponent shocks in Godless Shrine. So this could be Wrath the Skies, Frog. So it looks like Fatal Push. Top deck Violent Urge. So we'll play Slick Shot. Move to combat. And opponent scoops it up. Head to sideboarding. Sideboarding, gonna cut the 2 Slick, cut 2 Urge and all the growth. Add in 3 Heat, 3 Spell Snare, and 2 Tormod's Crypt. Alright, on the draw for game 2. Opening hand. A little bit awkward, but does have double snare, which is really strong. Just need to get that second land. I think we keep on the draw. Turn 1, we're going to hold up Spell Snare anyway. So if the opponent doesn't do anything, we get the Surveil, and then untap and Preordain. Opponent starts with Delta. Top deck Dart. Let's play Foothills. Say go. Opponent's going to fetch in the end step, grabbing Surveil. They keep the card on top. They play Marsh Flats for turn. No spells. Let's get the Surveil land. Dart in the bin. Top deck a Mountain. Let's play that, and then go just DRC. Send the turn back. Opponent's going to fetch in the end step. Surveil. Card on top as well. Opponent plays Flooded Strand. And they got Ending on the DRC. So that one goes through. No other spells though. We draw on Holy Heat. I think going to go for the Preordain here. Look for lands really badly. Do hit the land. So Preordain on bottom. Top deck Steam Vents. Play Steam Vents untapped and just pass. Don't want to play Expressive there just in case we whiff on the lands. End step opponent's going to fetch. Grab Surveil. Opponent puts Ephemerate in the bin. No lands, no spells being played. Top deck DRC. Start by playing a DRC. And then Preordain. Trigger Surveil. Land will keep on top. Bauble. Bauble's also good. That will get us Delirium. So we'll shock in Steam Vents and then just pass. No spells from the opponent. There is Riddler. So Riddler comes in. Opponent gets to draw a card. And there is an Ephemerate. So we're going to go Unholy Heat. Target the Riddler. And Surveil Bauble into the bin for Delirium. So that one goes through. Still just going to hold on to the Lava Dart. Top deck Islet. Let's play Expressive. Trigger Surveil. Dart in the bin. Bilbo, Choristeel, DRC. Well, I think here we want to try and turn the corner. So let's put Choristeel in hand, put Bilbo on the bottom, and exile DRC. Play Islet, play DRC. Don't want Bilbo here just because if the opponent does answer the Dragon's Rage Channelers on the board, we want to be able to go next turn Cori plus spell and then still have an attacker. Opponent does have Wrath the Skies, so we're going to Lava Dart just to get the double Surveil. Bolt will keep on top. So Wrath goes through, DRCs go down. Top deck the Bolt, play Cori. Opponent does have Force Negation though, so that goes through. I think we'll just send the turn back. Opponent exiles Spell Snare with the Force. 4th land for the opponent. No spells though. Gonna crack Islet. Draw Dart. Untap, draw Mesa. Play Mesa. Send the turn back. Opponent's gonna fetch in the end step. Watery Grave, tap. Riddler for the opponent. So just drawing 1 card. And Frog. We'll Spell Snare the Frog. End step Warp Trigger. Top deck Tarn. Play Tarn. Say go. Opponent draws a card, does nothing. We'll fetch once. Steam Vents, tap. Top deck Swiftspear. Play out the Swiftspear. Combat. Attack in. Not going to cast anything yet. Wait for the opponent to interact before doing anything. Not casting any spells, the opponent. Riddler number 3 coming in. Frog number 2. Gonna counter that one. So now we're just trying to dodge Solitude. Warp away the Riddler. Bauble. Start by casting Bauble. trigger prowess. Bauble ourselves, land on top, so we will fetch that away. Grab just a mountain, then go to combat. Attack with Swiss Spear. Gonna lava dart the opponent once. Trigger prowess. So now the question is, do we want to play around force negation? Keep the bolt in hand. I think we let damage go through. If the opponent does go to 7, we've got enough burn spells to kill them. So yeah, they do go to 7. We'll just pass the turn. Play a bit safe from here on out. Top deck a slick shot. Opponent plays Wrath, X equals 1. So Swiss Spear goes down. Just go to untap, play the slick shot, then all the burn. Top deck land, combat, attack in with slick shot. Try and bolt the opponent, trigger the slick, and opponent scoops it up. GG's. Round 2 on the draw. Double Bilbo in the opening hand. I think we can keep this with the bolt. Good hand across a lot of matchups. Got a 1-drop, got the burn spell. Opponent starts with a Misty. We top deck a Cutter, so then we're just going to go Mountain, DRC. Don't really want to play the tap land yet. We want to be pretty mana efficient on the first couple of turns. Opponent's going to fetch in the end step, grab Hedge Maze. So it looks like Neoform. Binning Urani, so it is Neoform. Top deck Dart. So I think we're going to go for max aggression. Just jam out the Cutter. Trigger Surveil. Land in the bin. Combat attack. Opponent's going to Forest Cycle End. Grab Hedge Maze. Play Hedge Maze. Land in the bin. Top deck Steam Vents. So we'll shock in Vents. Play Bilbo and Lava Dart the opponent. Triggers. Lava Dart in the bin. Move the Quarry. Combat. Bash in for 3. End step opponent goes Veil of Summer, and then they're going to go Summoner's Pact, so we could be dead here. They do grab the Rider, and they play land number 4. Opponent's going to play out the Rider, exile Evolution and Planegenesis, and then Neoform. Grab Big Grizzlebrand, pay 7 to draw 7. So with the Lightning Bolt here, we could actually sneak in the win with a Bilbo trigger. Opponent's going to Nature's Claim the Quarry Steel, so we go back up to 22, and they get a Summoner's Pact again, probably for... Oh, they got Endurance. Okay. And now they're going to play Endurance. So we need a Lava Dart at least once. Triggers. Bauble in the graveyard. So opponent goes to 6. We're going to lose our graveyard, but got a chance here. Top deck Preordain. So let's go Lightning Bolt the face. Triggers. Slick shot in the graveyard. Move to combat. Attacks. Trigger Bilbo. Oh, opponent's got consigned for the Bilbo trigger. GG. So opponent's going to block Bilbo. Gain 8 back to 11. So close. Play Preordain trigger. But it's going to pay 7 in response to the Preordain. That is really interesting. They must have a Nourishing Shoal, otherwise this is really risky. Alright, they get a Pact of Negation. Fair enough. We do, though, have Lightning Bolt on top. So yeah, let's keep that there. Just play the Thundering Falls. Send the turn back, and now opponent's going to have to consign to memory. And they don't have the consign to memory. What a wild one. Head to sideboarding. Sideboarding. Going to cut 2 expressives, 2 Bilbo and Quarry Steel. Add Assault Strobe, 3 Snares, and Spell Pierce. On the draw for game 2. Opening hand is functional. I think we keep. It doesn't have a counterspell, but has every tool that we want. Also got the Preordain to try and find the counterspell as well. Hedge Maze for the opponent. Keeping the card on top. Top deck Urge. So just go Fetch, Shock, Swift Spear, Bash. This hand potentially is too slow on the draw, but we'll see. Opponent plays Windswept Heath, nothing else. So it looks like Planegenesis or Second Surveil. We top deck a Thundering Falls. I think we just jam Slick Shot here. Combat. Bash with the team. Get a growth now, just to guarantee the damage and get the instant in the bin. Opponent's going to fetch up Forest, Planegenesis. Getting a non-land, Forest for the opponent. Allosaurus, Rider, and Eldritch Evolution, so that one goes through. Getting a Golter, Summoner's Pact in response, so this will be Xenagos, and that'll be GG. Head to game 3. On the play for game 3, oof, no land, GG. This one is better. Keep put back Strobe. Start with a Fetch Shock DRC. Send the turn back. Opponent's going to bolt in a land untapped. We top deck a bolt. So play Foothills. Move to combat. Attack with a DRC. I think here I'm just going to Fetch Shock and DRC plus Preordain. We could try and Preordain for a counterspell to save us from the turn 2 kill, but I think it's a bit better if we just try and risk it. Get more pressure on the table. Opponent does have Veil of Summer. Growth in the bin. Land in the bin. Another Preordain. I think we'll keep that one. Put land on the bottom though. Especially with the 2 DRCs. Just too many Surveil triggers to give up. Opponent does play Allosaurus Rider. They pitch Atraxa and Mandrills. But looks like they don't have second land. So upkeep. Gonna Lightning Bolt. Rider. Trigger Surveil. Bauble on top. I think we'll put that in the bin. Looking for land into Counterspell. Do top deck a Mountain, but they can't cast a Counterspell. I think we'll go with the Preordain. Bauble in the bin. Slick Shot. Guess we can keep Slick Shot on top, and that's just lethal next turn. Yeah, we'll do that. Keep the Slick. Swift Spear as well. It's actually good. We can keep the Swift Spear, play it this turn. Try and minimize the effect of an Endurance and attack for 7. So opponent needs another Rider into untapped land with Neoform. And they don't have it. GG's. Round 3 on the draw. Opener is decent though. Not insane, but got the turn 1 Preordain or Lava Data creature. Opponent plays Heath, nothing else. Top deck Mountain, so we'll go Fetch Shock Preordain. Bolt, Cory Steel. I think both of these are actually good. Windswept Heath, it's either going to be Brood Scale or like Devoted Druid. So Bolt is good. Cory's also good. Need more threats. Oh, but if it's... Opponent gets a Hedge Maze and bins Counterspell. So it's not Neoform. Looks like a weird hybrid of the Ritual deck. Top deck Bolt. So we'll play Mountain, plot the Slick Shot, get around the Counterspell, send the turn back. Opponent not doing anything. They play Lush Portico for turn. Keep the card on top. We draw Mesa. I don't really want to play into Counterspell on this turn, so I think we're just going to go land pass. Makes the opponent's next turn really awkward if we force them to hold up a Counterspell. They do play Plains, and Geist of Saint Traft. That resolves. End step going to fetch Surveil, DRC in the bin, cast both darts. This way we can cast all the spells in our hand next turn with 4 mana. Top deck Tarn, so we'll play Foothills, fetch up a basic, cutter, Slick Shot, trigger the cutter. Opponent's got the spell snare for Slick Shot, so that goes through. We'll go to combat, attack with the Monk. Opponent doesn't block, so we're going to go for the Violent Urge. And then darts, bolts, should be GG. Head to sideboarding. Sideboarding, not exactly sure yet how we should board in the matchup. Not entirely sure about some of the other cards the opponent's going to play as well. So in that sort of situation, just want to keep it easy. Get a board in 1 Pierce and then take out 1 Urge. And then probably reevaluate the sideboard in between games 2 and 3. On the draw for game 2. Opener, pretty awkward, no threats. Send it back. This hand is better. I think we'll keep, put back Preordain. Just looking for the second land, should be okay. Opponent starts off with Hedge Maze, put land in the bin. Top deck Dart, so let's play DRC. And we'll play Bauble here. No point saving the Bauble because the opponent is likely to just hold up Counterspell for next turn. We'll put a Mountain on top of the deck. Counterspell on top for the opponent. Draw the Mountain. Flooded Strand for the opponent. We draw a Tarn. So let's play Tarn and Swiftspear. Combat. Bash with the team. Opponent not doing anything. They take 2 down to 18. End step they fetch. Grab Surveil. Put land in the bin. Play Flooded Strand. Crack it right away. Grab a Plains. And Teferi. So Teferi comes in. Bounce the DRC. We're going to fetch, grab Surveil, Bauble. Do we want to keep Bauble? I think so. Surveil triggers plus prowess. Question is, do we want to play the DRC now? But it does overextend a little bit into Wrath of the Skies. I think we just go cutter plus Bauble, save the DRC, triggers. We can also just put the opponent to 1 here by casting all our spells. Yeah, I think I like that actually. Pay 2 life with the growth, Lava Dart the opponent, Flashback Dart on the opponent, sack Mountain, crack the Bauble on the opponent. We could go after Teferi, but putting the opponent on 1 is way better than 2 because that means they can't fetch. They've got Force of Negation on top, so we are asking a lot of questions from the opponent. We top deck a land. Opponent plays Hollowed Fountain tapped, which is also strong because that means they can't play Wrath X equals 2. They uptick Teferi, pass the turn back. We top deck a Slick, so we'll fetch, grab basic, cast the Slick Shot, and opponent scoops it up. GG's. Round 4 on the play. Opener, double Bilbo. I think we'll keep though because of the Bauble. So Bilbo also lets us cast artifacts. Start with Surveil. Growth. I think we'll put Growth in the bin. Looking for more threats. Opponent plays Bloodstained Mire, sends a turn back. Top take a DRC, but get a cast a Bauble trick ourselves. Land on top. Don't think we want that one, so let's fetch Shock Steam Vents and Bilbo. Send the turn back. Opponent's going to fetch up in the end step. Grab Surveil. Keep the card on top. Draw a card off Bauble. Cutter. Very strong. Opponent plays a Bauble, and they get a Bauble trick themselves. Bloodstained Mire. They crack right away. And Bolt Bilbo. Top deck Fiery Islet, so let's just go Cory plus DRC. Trigger the Cory. Bash in for 2. Opponent plays Preordain, and they scoop it up. Head to sideboarding. Sideboarding, going to cut 2 Bilbo, 3 Growth, and the 2 Urge. Boarding in 3 Snare, 1 Pierce, and 3 Heat. Right, on the draw for game 2. Opener good though. Opponent starts off with the Steam Vents into Swiftspear, bashing in. Top deck a Growth. Going to play Fiery Islet, send the turn back, just to try and block Cory Steel Cutter. Opponent shocks in Steam Vents, DRC, and they're going to play Bauble, trigger Surveil, trigger Prowess. I think we'll let this go. We're just going to try and time a Lava Dart on the DRC. Opponent's going to crack the Bauble now. Combat, they attack him with a Swiftspear. End step, going to dart the DRC. Opponent's going to pay 2 life, Mutagenic Growth on the DRC. We top deck a Steam Vents. I think I want to play Mountain and just go for a Bolt on Slick. Going to get a little bit fancy here, and I'm going to Flashback Dart on the DRC. Hopefully just goes through, there's no instance, and then there's a big blowout with the Delirium. But when you're on the draw like this, I think you've got to take some of your bets hedge some of your chances a bit. So the dart does go, and we'll just send the turn back. Opponent plays foothills, nothing else. We draw a mountain, so let's go mountain plus DRC. We'll send the turn back. Opponent's going to fetch up in the end step. Surveil, card on top. Opponent's going to plot a slick. We top deck a lightning bolt, so just going to shock in vents, go to combat, bash. Opponent takes the damage down to 12. Opponent plays Fiery Islet, but no spells. We untap, draw our own cutter, but not going to play that yet. Got to go to combat first. Bash in with the DRC. Opponent takes 1 down to 11. We'll send the turn back. Opponent's going to crack Fiery Islet. Play Arid Mesa. No other spells yet. I think I'm going to go for the bolt on the opponent just to try and control the draw now. Expressive Iteration. That one though is really good. We'll keep that on top. Just got to hit a land and then we can safely tame the opponent's next turn. So we'll play Expressive, Surveil, Cory in the bin. That'll be Delirium. There is the land. There's also a Bauble. So do I want to hold up double Spell Snare or do I want to have a Bauble in hand? We can definitely lose to another Slick Shot. So I think I actually want Spell Snare number 2. But we've got the heat for that, I guess. Yeah, we'll take Bauble. Bauble in hand, Snare on the bottom, exile land, play land, and then go to combat. Keep the Bauble in hand for when we can play Cory, so we can still hold up 2 mana. Opponent takes 3, down to 5. We'll send the turn back. Opponent's going to fetch up, just grab a basic. Opponent's got Unholy Heat on DRC, goes through, and they play Steam Vents tapped. End step, going to fetch, Surveil, Slick Shot. Slick Shot's really tough because I think the opponent definitely has Spell Snare. I think we put this in the bin. Just looking for burn. Top deck land. Just play land tapped. Send the turn back. Opponent's going to pass the turn. Let's crack Islet. Draw Swiftspear, very good. Top deck Mountain, play Mountain. Going to play out the Cory. We could play Swiftspear first, just to get the extra prowess trigger. Wow, Cory actually sticks. Well, that's crazy. Now we'll play Swiftspear. Trigger the Cory. Was not expecting that at all. Especially when, during the mid game, the opponent cracked their Fiery Islet at sorcery speed. Play out the Bauble. More triggers. Opponent's going to try and bolt Monk, so we try and growth it. And opponent scoops it up. GG's. Head to the trophy match. Alright, time for the trophy match. On the play. Good opening hand. Would love a cutter. Start off with a Fetch Shock DRC. Play first Bauble. Trigger Surveil. Land in the bin. Crack the Bauble now on the opponent. Archon of Cruelty. We got to be pretty fast here. I think we'll send the turn back. And then if we don't draw an additional threat next turn, we'll definitely just play out the Bauble. Growth off the top. Opponent shocks in Overgrown Tomb and Stitcher Supplier. They mill Eye Twitch, Bowmasters, Emperor of Bones. Top deck DRC number 2. So let's play Islet DRC and Bauble, double trigger. Third land in the bin, Swiftspear. I think we put Swiftspear in the bin. This is to get Delirium. And then just going to go with Mutagenic Growth on a DRC. Puts the instant in the bin. That's the 4th type. Bilbo on top. I think we bin that. Looking for bolts or burn spells. Slick Shot is good, so I think we keep Slick. Basically, we just want flying threats. We'll attack over for 5. We don't want to go after the supplier with burn spells. We'd rather leave that on the ground. Try and make sure the opponent can't chump block with it. Opponent's going to cast Persist on Emperor Bones, so that's going to come back as a 1-1. I think we will definitely dart that. Crack the Bauble on the opponent first. I was trying to play around Thoughtseize, but potentially should have darted a bit earlier. But we will dart Emperor. More Surveils. So if we top deck a land after the Slick Shot, we win. So yeah, we'll just have to keep Slick Shot on top. Probably in hindsight, actually a good thing to not be darting. We top deck the Slick, top deck the land. As long as there's no Force of Despair, should be okay. Play Slick Shot, bolt the opponent, triggers, Urge, put that in the bin. Look for more darts or burn spells. Flashback dart on the opponent, more triggers, land in the bin. Expressive, we'll keep that on top in case something crazy happens. And then bash in for lethal. Head to sideboarding. Sideboarding, gonna cut the 2 Urge, 4 Growth, and 1 DRC. Bring in 3 Spell Snare, 2 Heat, and 2 Crypt. Game 2 on the draw. Solid opening hand. Opponent starts off with a Fetch. Draw Expressive, so we'll shock in Vents, Swiftspear, bash. I think we wait till next turn with the Bauble, just in case we top deck Cory Steelcutter. Opponent's gonna fetch up Surveil. They keep the card on top. Play Phyrexian Tower into Emperor of Bones. We draw DRC. It's actually a really good one. Play Fiery Islet, play DRC, and then Bauble triggers, because we were kind of forced to actually just bolt Emperor of Bones this turn, so DRC is a great draw. Cutter on top, I think we'll keep, since if we top deck a land, we can cast Dart next turn as well, triggers the Cutter, crack Bauble on the opponent, Emperor of Bones on top. So we'll go to combat, bash with the Swiftspear, no blocks, gonna bolt the Emperor. So opponent's gonna take 3 down to 15. Next turn, we do have the option of going double Dart as well on an Emperor of Bones. Keep the Cory. Bauble trigger, draw the Cory. So just hoping for land. Opponent plays Tomb tapped, and there is the Emperor. So yeah, hoping for land here, then we can double Dart. Opponent is going to take the Bauble from our graveyard, so Delirium might be a bit hard to get. Top deck the land, so we play Steam Vents, shock it in, jam Cory, triggers, Spell Snare. I think we put Spell Snare in the bin. We're trying to race the opponent. We're on the offensive here. Let's go dart number 1 on the Emperor. More triggers. Put land in the bin. Flashback dart on Emperor. Sack Steam Vents. Triggers again. Now, do we want this land on top? Next turn, we want to go Expressive just into any spell. Yeah, I think we'll put this on top just to make sure we can cast the spells off Expressive. Bash in for 8. So opponent goes down to 7. Opponent's going to bolt in Boggart as a land. And then Culling Ritual. So we're going to lose everything, unfortunately. Keeping the land on top, actually good. Opponent makes 4 black. Stitch a Supplier. Nothing else. 1 card in hand. Draw the Mountain. We'll play Mountain and just go Bilbo. Send the turn back. Bilbo allows us to cast Bolt from the bin next turn if the opponent does nothing. And then we've got Expressive as well. Top deck Preordain. I think we start with Preordain. This is in case we can remove the Supplier with a dart. 2 lands on top. Bottom, bottom. Top deck a Slick. Yeah, then we'll go to combat. Attacking with Bilbo. Trigger. Going to choose Bolt and bolt the face. So opponent takes the damage. Chumping with Supplier. So hoping to avoid Archon in the bin. But opponent's now on 1. Mill 3. So Slick Shot in the air should be lethal. Just got to dodge removal and Force of Despair. Opponent plays out a land, but they're on 1. And they fetch. Trophy, baby. Bilbo Trophy. GG's. So there you have it, team. 5-0 with Bilbo in Prowess. Honestly, Bilbo was pretty impressive throughout the league, especially on the play. I still have to play a little bit more with Bilbo to figure out whether or not it actually does deserve a slot in the deck. This was the first league I played with the card, so don't want to rush to any conclusions too fast. But hey, 5-0 Trophy, cannot complain. Feels good, feels good. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more Prowess content, check out the other videos on the channel. If you want a complete guide for the deck, check out the links down below. And if you want to see a card get played in Prowess, chuck it down in the comments below. Always happy to take a look. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.